everyone, and thank you for coming to episode 8 of Magnets and Mental Health. Not quite sure. Possibly Beth might be making an appearance tonight, but obviously she is a lone parent, and she might not be able to make it. So if she can't make it, I'm sure everyone will just send their best wishes and love to Beth Charles. And Ren, obviously. Take care, darling. You're in our thoughts. And if you want to come along, I've sent you the link in your instant messenger. So, everyone, I have arranged a guest for tonight, and he will be on the camera very shortly. There's no one in the background at the moment. Have a look. Hello, Mario. How you doing, sunshine? All the way in Poland, and you're watching already, eh? Nice one, son. Thierry, as in Thierry Henry, mate. As if. What about Newcastle today? Getting beat by bloody Cambridge. What the hell's that all about? Blimey. FA Cup, eh? FA Cup. Right. Bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to go into the chat and make sure, see what's happening with the guest. Here we go. Right, everyone, please welcome to the stream, Mr. Jim Norton.
Hello,
Lovely.
everyone.
How you doing, Jim?
Yeah, not bad, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad, considering what have you. But it's not about me today, son. It's about you. So where's that? You at work? You still at work at the moment?
Yeah, still at work. Never finished 12 hours. A bit of a bad day. But yeah.
You've got some additions to your tattoos, I can see, mate.
Yeah, I've got a...
What's that new one on your hand? Look at that. Oh, that's awesome, that is, mate.
So I'm getting the fingers done next week or the week after.
Wow.
When he can fit me in, he comes to mine and does them. So, obviously, the top knot's gone as well.
Bloody hell.
But yeah.
What was that? Top something gone?
Yeah, the old knot I used to...
Oh, mate, you've lost the old ponytail, haven't you? The old...
Oh, mate.
And it's me, mate. My one's fucking long as fuck now. More like a horse than a human being, Jim.
He's getting quite long, Terry.
It feels like it's a fucking towel at the end of me, mate. I'm telling you. But no. Hello, Jen. How you doing, darling? Rughampton Raiders. Well, welcome.
Who's that?
I have just received a message from the co-host to say she's going to be popping on. So give us a couple of seconds, and we should be able to have Beth Charles on the screen already. Evening, Nigel. Nigel's in the chat. How you doing, Nigel?
Yeah, nice.
Well, all we want now is for also, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you used to fish with quite often.
Shane.
Right? Yeah, Shane. He might be popping on.
Really?
I sent him. I said to him, I said, Jim's on. I said, but he can't stay on for long because he's working. I said, any chance you want to come on as well? And he was like, send me the link. He said, I might have to go somewhere where it's a bit quiet. He said, but I might be able to get on. He hasn't clicked the link yet because he ain't in the guest room.
Hopefully, always up. Might have spoken to him for a while.
Well, he's been talking to me today regarding something that I'm going to have to talk to the committee about, but that's not for public broadcast. You know what I mean? Good old Shane, good old fucking Shane, mate.
Thank you.
Tell boys in the chat, how you doing, son? Fucking love you, boy. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can see the chat, Jim. It's a little bit different with StreamYards to normal Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, I've just figured out you press comments or something, it comes up.
No, it's good. It's good, isn't it? 2022 and everyone's getting along, so that's a start. Yeah. So, Jim, magnet fishing. There's pretty much nothing that you haven't found. What is the update? Are you still engrossed in the magnet fishing hobby, or let everybody know?
In all fairness, I come out of it just obviously what I see was going on public, I was just like, I wasn't interested, and it caused me to be very paranoid. And so obviously I'd had issues with the authorities where they'd come round and barge through my door early in the morning of my partner's parents' home.
That's right. Remember.
A full firearms unit come through the door.
So last year, wasn't it? Just about 13 months ago.
Yeah. And
yeah, I haven't had that yet. No doubt that's to come.
It's fun. But no, after that, I started getting a bit weary of, people, and paranoia sets in, your anxiety, really, it heightens everything. I mean, it turned out they had me under investigation for months by the anti-terror unit. And I thought, for what? For a shotgun from the 1831, I think, that coach gun.
Coach gun.
And I'm like, but apparently there was over 1,000 rounds of bullets. Now, it was all incorrect. Yes, shotgun, whatever, it was old, it was an antique. They couldn't have done anything about it. I went down the proper channels.
Mm.
But because of whoever it was, their jealousy, that I kept something like that, it was just like, I just lost interest. I started to, and obviously fishing with Shane, that helped me so much. Because I mean, Shane was always, Shane was like a dad.
Proper time. Yeah. Now, explain about the situation in London. How hard is it to get scrap collected?
It's ridiculous, because obviously here we've got congestion charge, you've got ULEZ and scrap dealers here. There's been times where I've actually had to pay the scrap dealers to come and take it away.
Yeah.
Been 2 or 3 occasions, and it's just ridiculous. But then, there's this competition that doesn't need to be there.
Mm.
And
I think we've pretty much nipped it in the bud now. I think we have pretty much nipped it in the bud.
Oh, yeah.
I'm hoping it. We have.
From what I see, it's nipped in the bud. The little bits I see, it seems to be going all right. But
yeah.
I've just got I lost complete interest in it, and it caused me and Shane to have a fallout. I said some things to Shane that were wrong, and I know that, and me and him have spoke briefly about it.
Mm.
And I said things that were stupid, really, and it was just me getting paranoid and my anxiety. It was just everything building up, and I snapped at Shane, at the wrong person. And you do when you're anxious and you've got all them emotions.
The closest to you, Jim. Yeah.
And in all fairness, it caused me to lose a really good friend. Somebody that I actually really could confide in, actually just get all my shit off my chest.
Yeah.
I'm all right swearing on here, aren't I?
Yeah, of course you are. Yeah.
It's horrible not swearing, obviously. And it ruined a really good relationship, that I had. And then I got rid of all my gear. I just literally binned it.
Right, I'm not interrupting you, Jim. We're just bringing on the co-host has just joined us. Hello, Ben. How are we doing, darling?
Hello, I'm good, thank you.
As usual.
I can't. How are you guys? You okay?
Yeah, we're all right.
Oh, good. I can't stay too long. I've got Ren running around still. She's not gone to bed.
No worries.
I just wanted to come on and say hello and see how you're all doing, and say it's nice to be part of the team. I'll be back hopefully.
Thank you. No, it's wonderful having you.
Bless you.
We're only at the end of a phone or an instant message at any given time, Beth.
Yeah. I'll be back to it very soon, but I'll be watching anyway. I've just got to it's been a bit of a manic day, but I'll have to do a live soon and explain it all. But I'll be watching. Catch you all soon. Happy New Year, much love. Bye.
Bye, Beth. There we go. Sorry, Jim.
That's all right, mate. No worries. But you just people that actually had helped my confidence, got me back into being sort of me. We just all fell out, and obviously you and me fell out at one point.
We did.
That was
and it was all crazy, and it was all nothing was from the horse's mouth. It was all Chinese whispers.
Yeah.
And we've got through that. That's part of the past now, and that is firmly in the past. We can't change events from the past, but what we can change is events in the future. Yeah. And I know that you're firmly behind myself, Essex Magnet Hunters, and Bobby. You know, I know you are, and your heart really is in the right place, Jim. You know, it is unfortunate. There are some people that will be watching this that might think to themselves, well, you know, I've fished in London. I've never had any trouble. Well, trust me, if you fish in London, you're going to, with a party of 4, right? And I'm only talking a party of 4, you're going to pull out nearly a quarter of a ton minimum of scrap one day. Now, if you're doing that on a Saturday and a Sunday basis, and you're trying to get a scrap man also to come and collect it, who are not the most reliable people when it comes to London scrap men, no. You know, you can inform them and then they can turn around and say one thing and then completely do the opposite. It is a nightmare scenario. The best finds, everyone says the best finds. I mean, proof's in the pudding. The most common finds and, you know, the most ratio for throws to the amount of things that you find. Yes, London is the place to fish. People have got to take it into consideration that, you know, you are going to really, really struggle. So if you cannot get there and take your own scrap, if you can't get there and put it in your own van and you can't arrange a scrap man, do not fish central London. Do the outskirts of London, Greater London. It's a massive fucking place. You know what I mean? You haven't even got to touch the inside of London to see a lot of the waters that World War II was Poplar and Bow. And areas like that, you know, before Tower Hamlets, before the congestion zone kicks in. Where is that kicking in now, Jim? Not the congestion zone, but that new one, the emission zone.
The ULEZ. So it goes near Hammersmith, right up to I think it's Bethnal Green.
Right. Okay. So pretty much central London. It's pretty much central London, and that is where obviously, you know, Essex Magnet Hunters had some of our best ever finds. Yeah. Fucking Magnet Warrior London had some of his best finds, and many other magnet fishers have had real fucking great finds in London. But none of us are innocent. It is a nightmare for getting scrap collected. Now, as Dippers and Scrappers has grown, as it has got so big, and now the Magnet Fishing Committee has been right. Indy wants to say hello, everyone. So now we're in a little bit of a different position. We're in a position where magnet fishing now, as a hobby, to become legalised, we need to announce it and shout it from the highest rooftops that you've got to do it the correct way. And if you can't do it the correct way, you don't do it. You just don't do it. Now, we were part of the game when it was still very fresh, Jim, wasn't it? You know what I mean? There wasn't, you know, there weren't 100 YouTube channels and what have you. You know what I mean? The community has grown exponentially over the last 2 years. But you know, this is why Essex Magnet Hunters will no longer go to central London. You know, this is why this is partially the reason Jim don't want to fish anymore. It is because it's a nightmare place for getting scrap collected. And, you know, I'm the first to admit it, mate. You know, I think you've wrongly been blamed collectively for so many different people's scrap. It's unbelievable. And I've had evidence, Jim, sent to me today that it's still getting done today. It's still photographic evidence, videographic evidence that I'm going to inform the committee of after this live broadcast. It is a shame. And it is something that if we really want to legalise this hobby, it needs to be done correctly. Now, I think from the outside looking in, 90% of the community now are a lot of people are newly coming into the hobby, and because we're broadcasting it as such and telling everyone dippers and scrappers, dippers and scrappers, dippers and scrappers, it is getting done correctly at last. But there are still occasions where people are going fishing or going to another place where someone's fished, and the following week finding something there on the floor that the previous week was seen on a camera. That needs to stop, right? And you know, I'm not saying I'm talking to everyone collectively as a whole here. We are one community, and you know, every little bit that you take out, if you can't get it to a bin at the very minimum, then don't fish it out. Don't fish. You know what I mean? Because this hobby, we are going to successfully get it legalized this year, 100%. And I know that. I know that in my heart of all hearts, I know it's going to be legalized. But we have got to tell everyone that Central London is a bugger, and it is very, very hard. Also, in the future, public liability insurance will probably be part of the magnet fishing community. You'll probably need it in some way.
London,
yeah, because if you close, you know, I closed Chelsea and Westminster that time, Jim, and it was an absolute nightmare for the authorities.
Yeah,
and you know, once it's legalised, they've got someone to blame. You know, they'll have a licensed fisherman that has caused that, and then the blame game starts. So having public liability insurance, everyone, means that you're covered. And if road closures do happen, if the EOD needs to be called, then it'll get done. It'll get done, and it'll get done correctly. But look at this here. We've got your dad on the screen, mate. Should we just we add him next year? Hey, sunshine, how we doing? Look, we've got the original Magnet Warrior Londons, both of them. Look, fucking brilliant.
How's it going?
It's all right, son. I mean, what, are you a ghost or something? Because all I can see is a reflection on your hat.
No, I'm out in the van. It's too noisy in the house.
Too noisy in the house. Oh,
There's that scrap you were talking about.
Look at that. Look.
Well, you're doing well.
2 hours to clear that up, me and Dylan.
None of it is.
Got it all.
None of it is his.
No, it's yours.
We're not gonna openly say it is.
Well, there's a few pieces in there that are mine, but most of it belongs to the you know who.
I know who, and I'll be informing who the fuck it was straight after this broadcast.
There's going to be things that are going in the back of the van tomorrow that will identify who it is. And the lady from Ferry Lane Housing Association, Residents Association, she's reported all this. She knows who it is. She's seen the video. She's reported it. And she's going to report it to the CRT and the police as well.
Awesome.
Well, she could, because it is fly tipping, Shane. At the end of the day, this is what people don't realise. It is fly tipping, you know what I mean? And
this bridge is one of our regular spots. Well, we ain't done it for a long, long time, but we've been there quite often, and we've never left anything at that bridge.
Good.
I know where that is.
We got a lot of shit for it today as well from the boaters.
Is that what we used to do?
No, you've not been there with me.
No?
Well, I ain't been there for just over a year and a half.
Okay.
I've been there a few times though.
Mm.
Yeah, look, Tellboy in the chat has just put, problem is there's magnet fishers out there who are not part of a club or watch any other YouTubers or follow Facebook, so they can't be policed properly. The message to these people, it ain't getting out there.
These people are YouTubers.
They are, yeah, absolutely. I know what you're saying. Yeah, that was just Tellboy in the comments saying that obviously there will be people in the community that won't see this, that don't follow other people, just do it for themselves, for their own creation.
There's a lot of people fishing London now that are nothing to do with Facebook.
It's crazy, mate. More and more people.
But they clean their stuff up. They take their scrap with them.
Good. Yeah. Good. Well, the word is getting out there, and that is the main fucking thing. You know what I mean?
I've got over a ton in the back of this, in the back of the van today.
What? That's worth a ton in scrap.
If I show you the rear suspension, it's really low.
Is it like a low rider?
It's all railway stuff.
Anymore then. Don't get rid of that first before you stick any more in. Don't want to fuck your van up.
It's not all railway stuff. Heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Indeed.
No, we used to get it all the time, didn't we? Where we went to spots one week and we'd go to that spot the next week. It was so good. And there's just big piles left there.
Yeah, it's all been cleared out, fished out, and big piles of scrap everywhere.
Well, I used to call you when I worked for that boating company. Remember? FaceTime me. I said, look at all this scrap in the week. And it was just filling up along.
Yeah. It was piles of it along Regent's Park for about 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we know who that was. You mean?
Yeah. We hadn't.
I think Central London will become literally one of them places that you're just not allowed to magnifish. I think that's what will happen eventually.
It's very hard to find a spot that's got metal.
Yeah.
A lot of it's just out. I'm not saying that to stop people coming here. They can come here and find out for themselves. Yeah, all the bridges are done.
Yeah, but I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I'm sorry. Right? We went to one location 7 fucking times in a row, and then on the 7th location, Adam pulls out a blinking handgun.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We've done that. We've been to places for a month.
History is just levels upon levels upon levels of scrap under that steel. You know what I mean? And I don't.
Yeah, but you get down to a rock player.
I don't think honestly, I don't think that that's right. I don't think that. I think you can fish somewhere until you've thrown your magnet in 10 times and not had anything attached. Then it's done. You know, and I'm talking the biggest and the heaviest magnets. Of which, Jim, you've used them all from all the different magnet fishing companies. What would you say is the best?
Magnetar, Barbarian.
I just ordered one.
Yeah.
Have you? You've done it, Shane. Well done, son. Well done.
What I started off with, not the week on, obviously, Terry.
No.
Obviously, the Beast was always a good magnet. You got me that share as well. It was a fantastic magnet.
I've been using mine all day.
Yeah, and it's still as reliable as it was.
Yeah, and the G90 was what I pulled up that AK lookalike with. You know what I mean? Yeah. So,
you know what? We went there for about 2 months. I found the magazine. You can have it.
Well, I don't want you making it to the police. I don't fucking want it. God blimey.
No, we had a good laugh until, well, I don't know if you must have had a conversation until we had our little fallout, which was entirely my fault.
But it takes a bigger person to admit that, Jim. It takes a bigger person to admit that. And for that,
I was a knob to him because he was one who always stood by me. You know what I mean?
Still a knob, but we're still friends.
You're still a knob, Jim. You're still a fucking knob. Is that what you're fucking saying? Unbelievable, Shane. I'm going to have to exclude you from the stream right now. You have got a fucking lifetime ban on Magnets and Mental. Well done on the first ever episode that you feature.
Jim, tell everyone your new tattoo. No, not that one, the other one.
No.
Oh, yeah. Right, everyone. If we can get to a certain amount of likes, no, I'm only joking. You know, no, I can't wait until hopefully one day I can afford tattoos again. I'm going to get some face tattoos. Hide all these fucking wrinkles, mate.
That's a lot of tattoos.
I'm going to get face tattoos, right? I'm going to look like the permanent Joker. I'm going to have my fucking face tattooed white. I'm going to have blue diamonds around the fucking eyes, mate. And I'm going to have a big, fake, fat, red smile over my face. So even when I'm fucking crying, I'm laughing. You know,
you look like 6ix9ine the rapper.
Imagine him with colored dreads, couldn't you?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I'm just looking at the comments. So many comments. As always. Yeah, so this is really nice having the pair of you back on the screen together. It feels like a magnificent collaboration from the year 2020. What's going on? You know what I mean? Right. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. Tracy Howarth has just finished a plaque for the Rughampton Raiders. That's amazing, Tracy. I bet you've done their new logo as well, haven't you? I designed that. Done pretty well as well, I think. Patting myself on the back, you know what I mean? I'm not blowing my own trumpet. But yeah, I think I did a pretty good job with that. I'm rather pleased with that one. I was saying, right, I'm an inspector. I go to the same spot a lot, and I'm always getting heavy stuff out at the same spot. And this is what I'm saying. I don't think anywhere can be properly, unless it's been like a 200 Magnet Fisher collaboration fished, then it, you know, anywhere is worthy of a second visit. Anywhere is worthy of a third, fourth, fifth visit. It really is. You know, you can't put a time on history. You don't. You know, we haven't got 3D vision. None of us are Superman. We can't see what's underneath that sill.
No.
And you know, it seems like the more rarer finds, amazing finds, are getting found a lot lately by a lot of the newer guys that are entering the scene. And you know, it's lovely. It's lovely to see that everyone's pulling out things like fucking Vickers and, you know, like the EOD, well, not the EOD, fucking railway track mines. The other day there was magnet fisher that pulled out a record amount, like over 200 in one magnet fish. You know what I mean? And the dangers are still down there. I don't know if you guys have seen it, right? I had Keith Pointer on the show a couple of weeks ago.
No, I didn't see it.
Well, the history man, right? He come on, and he loved it. He really loved it, and I've given him a monthly little slot now on Magnets and Mental Wealth. Anyway, cut a long story short, he's been watching our back catalogue of videos. Jim, we found a bike. I didn't find it. Adam found it in Malden. And he pulled it over the fucking bridge, and he was like, "Fucking hell, that looks a bit old." Keith sent me a picture last night, right? It was like a 1820 bike. It was worth, in rustic, horrible condition, it was worth 1,500 quid. And we gave that to a scrap man. Another thing we found was a Victorian plinth. That we even said it at the time. We're holding it up to the camera. I was like, "Fucking hell, this is heavy." And it was a Victorian plinth, worth its weight in gold. Keith said that was a history museum item. He said it was.
Wow.
It was he said, you know, you'd have took that home, give it a clean, it would have been the bollocks. So yeah, he's coming on next week. He's coming on the show next week, and he's going to be talking about Essex Magnet Hunters finds, things that we've found in previous episodes. So I said to him, "Yeah, knock yourself out, Keith. Knock yourself out." But it just shows you, you know, that what is under that water. And I tell you what, there's no better person within the community of magnet fishing to call than Keith Pointer. If anyone wants to know, you know, what is this that I've just found? You know, shall I take a punt on this and do an Essex Magnet Hunters style and call it fucking me arse when it's me elbow? Or shall I ring Keith Pointer and actually find out what the fuck it is? And is it worth money? Shall I give it to scrap man, or shall I take it home? And I think that's another message that we've got to get out there for 2022. That too many things are being thrown away and given to the scrap man that are historical items worthy of restoration, like Black Country Canal rats do, you know, like Leeds Magneteers do. I know Peakies have started a channel doing restoration. I think it's a fantastic idea. I haven't got the patience, unfortunately. So I did it. I did it on a couple of our finds in the early days, but I haven't got the patience for doing it anymore. I really ain't. Not restoration, but no, it's neither in nor there. So, what's the plans for the weekend, boys? You doing anything?
Work.
You're just working.
I'll go out again tomorrow.
Work.
Yeah.
What about you, Shane?
I'm fishing tomorrow.
You're fishing tomorrow.
Yeah, I've got to go and collect the rest of the scrap that was left there.
Oh well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I've got to go and collect the rest of that. We had a motorbike in the back earlier, that's why we couldn't take it then. Got that out so we can collect the rest tomorrow. Maybe get to do a bit of fishing as well.
I'm taking 10 days off next month.
Yeah.
If you want, we'll meet up and go.
You let me know when it is, because then I'll take the week off and then we just go out and.
I'll tell you what, boys. Right? I know it's a fucking trek, yeah, but come and get me one of them days, and I'll take you to the honey hole that we've found in Harwich. It was find after find after find. It was just this bit of water will take us months to fish it properly, and it's never been fished with decent magnets. So let's try and sort that out for one day. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sounds really good. That sounds really good. No,
you can buy the McDonald's.
Actually, it's right next to a fucking McDonald's, mate. It's right next to an Aldi and a McDonald's. Literally.
Two things I love: Aldi and poop. So I'm happy.
Fucking always eating, Jim. But look at you, you're getting a lot more buff now, mate. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you was well, you weren't. You was never like me. You was never podgy, but fucking, you know, yeah, you were cuddly, and now you don't look so cuddly, mate. You're looking more buff, and Shane's looking more and more invisible. He's looking more and more like fucking invisible man.
No, obviously, I think certain privileges at work. Obviously, there's a gym on site, so it's all right.
Oh, isn't that nice, right? Tracy, could you do me the pleasure of doing us a Magnets and Mental Health plaque? I would. That would be absolutely awesome, darling. I'm only saying it because I've just seen what you've wrote in the comments, and that's the reason I'm asking. If you don't ask, you don't get. So, if you can, darling, that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you, sweetheart.
Terry, who was it? Is it Jen Cooper?
Jen Cooper's ink is amazing. Closer, please. That is Jen Cooper from Rughampton Raiders, mate. She wants to see your ink.
Yeah.
She wants to see your arms. Show your arms.
Okay.
Show her your new one.
I'm not showing my new.
Show her the one on your back, up by your neck. Go on.
No, it's not for TV.
Go on. Show everyone.
I've already seen that, Shane. I've already seen it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, he showed me it about 10 days ago. Yeah.
Word of advice, folks: don't drink with a tattooist in your house.
Yeah,
I
reckon
it's amazing artwork, Jen. He really has.
Get it there. What are you going to say, Shane?
I just said I reckon it's true. The tattoo.
What's written on your neck?
I'll be honest, I do look at it.
Fucking brilliant. Oh, bless.
Right, at least you two get what I'm on about, so it's fine.
Terry, Ashley, Emma, Jen, there's so many. Tellboy, I inspect Peskin Magnet. Peskin Magnet. Hello, Peskin. No, this is nothing.
I've got way too many. But Jen, what's Jen's fella's name? Mark, innit?
Sorry?
Jen's fella's name, Mark, innit?
Marco.
One of them two, if they can get in touch with us on Facebook, because I want to have for them anyway. We spoke about it. Was it last week?
We did. Yeah.
So if one of you two can get in touch with me, I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, Jen, Marco, I hope you heard that. One of you contact Jim Norton on Facebook privately after today's broadcast. We won't go into more detail than that, and we will at a future date.
Yeah.
It is something. It's autism, Jim. I know that you've said that you've got somebody in your family with autistic trait, and it's heartbreaking, mate. I thought that there wasn't many illnesses out there that I wasn't actually aware of, that I wasn't educated on. And then I met Jen Cooper and her amazing boys and heard the story of what they do on a daily basis for them boys. And it opened my eyes. It even made me take a step back and feel so selfish. Even though I'm so alone on this world, it made me feel so selfish to the fact of how I have been feeling the last couple of years. That good friends like yourselves have been, behind the scenes trying to talk me round. And at the moment, yes, I am a lot better than I was. But we can't, none of us, our book isn't written yet. We don't know what's around the corner. We don't know, what's going to happen tomorrow. But it is something that I really, really feel closely about. And autism, lads, I'm thinking of organising a massive Essex collaboration. Late spring, early summer, right? Places where I've already got permissions to fish, and I want to try and get as many magnet fishes. Now, we're not going to beat what the Outcast done to research, but if we don't get half of that, then I ain't going to be fucking happy. I want at least 100 people at this fucking collaboration, and let's raise money and awareness for autism, because it really is. It is just really heartbreaking, and let's get their story out there more. Rughampton Raiders was given a channel last week, and it was a gift from Beth, because she wanted the community to know that we weren't interested in the numbers. She didn't want to be in the channel. She wanted to be part of Essex Magnet Hunters. You know what I mean? And you boys nearly were once upon a time. Can you remember that? Can you remember back that far? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Long time ago. That was at the same time that we invited Fox Wright Magnet Fishing. And they turned us down, and then Adam said, "Oh, I want a piece of that, mate." And I'm like, "You're in, son. You're in." You know what I mean? And we've heard from him, but it's still sporadic. He's going for a really rough patch in his life at the moment. So if you are watching, Adam, just let you know, mate. You know, me, Pete, and Beth, we think the world of you. And these two lads haven't met you yet, but when they do, you're a top bloke. Stay with it, mate, and stay strong for me, please. So, no, that's really good, man. That's really good.
We have met him, mate.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, of course you fucking have, yeah. Oh, mate. What am I like, mate?
That's only a short one, but...
you got to go, Jim.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. And Shane, we'll have a chat about it.
Yeah, let me know when you're off work.
Yeah, you know why I've been working all this. You know why I've been doing it, so
yeah, I know.
I'm pretty much done with doing full time. So,
will you take care, Jim? And you know, family is more important. Remember that. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, boy. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on, mate. Do you want to leave, or do you want me to boot you?
No, I can leave it. I'm
See you later, Jim. Thanks for coming on, mate.
No worries. Thanks, guys. No problem.
Take care, boy. Fucking hell, now it's just me and the Invisible Man, everyone. Look, fucking hell, brilliant. So how are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, I've been good. Yeah.
Dylan all right?
Yeah, he's all right. He's been lucky lately.
Has he?
He's had 4 World War II bayonets at the same spot.
Wow.
2 Australian army knives. I can't remember which ones they were now. And then the following week, he pulls out an 1850 Enfield sword bayonet.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. I've never known anyone to have such luck. He gets all the good stuff.
Well, providing it's dated that far back, he's perfectly fine in keeping that as a historical item. But
it's not in too bad condition.
Oh, bollocks.
What
we've got to think of in future, mate, is contacting Keith Pointer and finding out what things are museum worthy and what things ain't. Because we have collectively pulled things out that could be in a museum right now, and we've given them away to a scrap man. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's stuff. You know what I mean? We've got to do that. We've got to do that in future. And you know, some of these things that we pull out, we ain't got a fucking Scooby what they are. More so me than anyone. You know what I mean? I'll say anything. You know, my arse is my fucking head. You know what I mean? But
hours of searching Google to find.
It does, Shane. And
that's
you know,
the fun.
time for that.
Yeah, that's half the fun.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. No, it's lovely, man. Don't think you if you want to stay on, Shane, you're more than welcome to stay on. But don't feel you have to. At any time you want to go, you can go.
Yeah, I'll stay on for a bit.
Sweet, nice one.
Okay.
I've got Schoolboy. I've got Peter coming round soon. I still call him Schoolboy, mate. You know what I mean? It's a nickname I gave 12 years ago. And he actually had a go at me, mate. We was in that little bridge in Malden with Adam, and Pete was on one side of the bridge, and me and Adam was on the other side. And Pete found something, and he shouted up at me, and for whatever reason, I shouted out, "Oh, Schoolboy's found blah blah blah," and Pete shouted up from the side of the bridge, "What'd you fucking call me?" And I went, "Sorry, mate." I said, "But it was Schoolboy." I said, "That's what." He went, "Yes, was." He said, "I ain't Schoolboy anymore, tell."
Yeah, 25 years ago.
But he's coming round tonight, and yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of an Xbox night. You know what I mean? Have a few bevies, and you know, dance the night away, as it were, Shane.
Yeah.
Bit of ballroom dancing in the front room, mate. Honestly, don't knock it too high in sunshine. It's the bottom.
How is he?
He's really doing well, mate. He looks amazing. Because a lot of people don't see Pete, you know, because he's in the background and he's working hard and he's got his 4 kids. Him and Kirsty collectively have lost over 2 stone between them in a year.
Wow.
They look like 2 different people, mate. Yeah, they do boxercise weekly, and Kirsty, bless her, sometimes does it twice weekly. They're both stronger than me. Even singular, they're both stronger than me. You know, Indy is stronger than me. And the only thing that breaks my heart, and that's every time that I see him at the moment when I go to their house, is Bruno. Now, they got Bruno when Bobby was born, and he's turned into an old man now. He's a staff.
Oh, yeah. That's what we got.
And when they get to a certain age, mate, you just know that they're at old age.
Yeah.
And it breaks me heart. It breaks me heart, and I think it's going to break him. And you know, I've got Indy now, but it's so weird, mate. 4 months ago, I'd never have even I wouldn't even envisage of having a bulldog. Now, I'm the owner of a bulldog, and you know, she's made such a massive difference to my life, and she's so beautiful, bless her. But bulldogs religiously only live between 8 and 10 years, and she's 2 now. So it already starts in the future, you know. It sucks, mate. You know what I mean? But that's why you just got to live every day to the best that you can, and not take people that are close to you for granted. You know, live the best life that you can live. Life is a gift. It is short. It is quite precious, and once it's gone, everyone. So, you know, it's something that I've been trying to portray, you know, to things that are going on in my personal life without getting anywhere. I think until I go for a court of law, I don't think anyone's going to listen. So, except for my wonderful community and amazing friends and family that are, I know I've got my back so much. I know that, guys. I know you all have. And it is lovely. It's so lovely. But yeah, let's have a look in these things. Right. Hello, Ash. You're with Tell tonight. Yeah, next week I've got someone else on. I've got a well, I don't really want to spoil it, but he is very well known within the magnet fishing community, and he's got his own little story to tell. And I think that's going to be another very, very interesting episode. Right. Has Beth left the chat? Yes, she's left the chat. She hasn't left the show, and she is the newest edition of Essex Magnet Hunters. She hasn't got Little Miss Magnet anymore. She gave the channel to Rughampton Raiders, who are a wonderful, wonderful magnet fishing family with 3 severely autistic children. So she left Little Miss Magnet, and she asked to become one of the Essex Magnet Hunters, which obviously we snapped her arm off. You know, why wouldn't we want Beth? Beth is part of Magnets and Mental Health. She is the co-host. She is a single mum who's dealing with her own mental health problems at the moment. So you won't see her as much as you see me, but she will always make an appearance. And if you did miss her, scroll back to the beginning of this episode. She did pop on for 5 minutes to say hello. So, yeah, I've covered that for you, Treasure Nation. But she is going to be, she's a permanent fixture of Essex Magnet Hunters and Magnets and Mental for the future. She's going to be doing a lot of metal detecting, actually. What about, have you done that yet, mate? Metal detect?
No, but we were planning on doing it. I've got a friend who's got a few metal detectors he was willing to lend us. So,
well, I was looking on Amazon. I was looking on Amazon. And they do, you could fall into the same rabbit hole that magnet fishers do. Don't buy a start ever. They do fucking metal detectors out there for under £100 in a starter pack. Now, unless a penny is about a millimetre under the sand, it ain't going to detect shit. You know, no, they are sold purely like cheap, crappy magnets. You know. They will not do
on Amazon.
They advertise. You have to spend good money on metal detecting equipment. It's far more expensive hobby to enter than magnet fishing ever will be, which is a shame, really. But a shame. I'd love to try, Shane. I'd love to give it a try.
Yeah, we've been definitely thinking about doing it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, look, Treasure Nation. I spoke to Beth in a week, Terry, and she's metal detecting with myself and metal detecting Lincolnshire. Absolutely amazing. I'm really, really chuffed that she's going to be coming out with you guys. If when she does come out with you, she will probably be taking like 1 to 3 minute clips on her video that she will forward to me at the end of the day. So it'll be another video going up on our channel and our first metal detecting video going up on the channel. So very exciting, and hope you guys don't mind, because obviously you'll be in it to a certain degree, you know, if you're in best footage that she sends me. So but it is something that I'd like to try in the foreseeable future when finances allow, obviously, because I live 2 minutes away from a beach. 2 minutes, and I've never beach combed. I didn't even know what beach combing was. You know, I said to Keith Pointer, what the hell's beach combing? Have I got to go down the beach with my comb and like comb the beach? You know what I mean? And it's basically like raking it. You know what I mean? I suppose to a degree, it's like using a garden rake and just sifting through whatever's underneath the sand. And yeah, it probably needs special apparatus and accessories that I don't possess at the moment. But it will be nice one day, and I'll be able to do Brightlingsea Beach on a daily basis, literally a daily basis. So that'd be absolutely fucking awesome. That would. Yeah, look, metal detecting Lincolnshire. Don't go there. You must spend between £300 and £400 just for an entry level machine. You know, £300 to £400. So that's like going into magnet fishing and buying an Evo Extreme as your first ever magnet. You know, don't do it, anyone. It's silly. It's dangerous. You know, start with a 200 kilogram pulling magnet. That is ample for a starting magnet, and you'll probably get change out of 40 quid. You know, get some decent rope, and I will always. I know I'm sponsored by Magnetar, but their rope is the best. It really is the best. If facts were as factual as Magnetar rope, then it comes with a non-magnetic carabiner, which none of the others do, and it's a third of the price of all the UK magnet fishing companies that they charge for their rope. A third of the price. So yeah, you're talking 14 quid. You can get yourself 30 meters of 10 mil thick Magnetar rope. And you can't beat it. You can't beat it. The rope is the bollocks. And as Magnet Warrior London said also, Jim, you know, the Barbarian, it is probably still, pound for pound, it's still probably the best magnet out there. But that's if you're not entry level. That's if you're experienced, and if you're trying to get into it a little bit more, because you want to pull up something on every single throw, then you need the powerful magnets to do so. But let's have another little look at this chat-in. Totally addicted to metal detecting. Yeah, that'd be wow. Look, and the Magneteers are getting one shortly. Wow. It seems like magnet fishers are jumping ship, mate. They're all becoming metal detectors.
And Urbex.
Instead, addicted to bleach 180 feet, World War II hunter. Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. We need to get Keith a fucking YouTube channel. I think he should, rather than going live like he does on Facebook weekly, I think he needs to have a YouTube channel that he can do that on, because he is a wealth of knowledge, and he's funny with it as well, and he's got a lovely personality. Lovely personality. I don't suppose you saw Shane the other night. He done a live 3 nights ago. Keith Pointer. He looked like a different man. He looked 20 years younger, right? His hair was all fucking combed and brushed properly. Well done, Keith. And honestly, mate, he come out at the beginning of live and he said, I just want to do a thank you at the moment. I said, I want to say a thank you. Terry Wright of Essex Magnet Hunters. He said, we've been chatting a lot lately. He said, and you've made me change my train of thought with my mental health. He said, and this is the result. He said, I'm taking care of myself. He said, you know, and I'm looking after myself. He said, and I feel and I look a lot better, don't I, Terry? And I said, Keith, you look like a different man. You look like a different man. And hearing words like that, Shane, it's what Magnets and Mental Health's all about, you know. I'm here to talk for the nation. We know that. But at the same time, I have got ears and I do listen. And my goal for Magnets and Mental Health, not for 2022, because Magnets and Mental Health is going to go on far, far longer than any year. My goal for Magnet and Mental Health is to spread awareness of what goes on in people's heads, what took them to that place, what bad experience they've had in their lives, and why their brain just don't work correctly, a way that most people do. Right, you know? Yeah, well, fucking mate, you know, if the shoe fits, because so many people don't even realise, mate, that, you know, they suffer with mental health when they clearly do. And it's all in their actions. You realise by their actions, mate. Yeah. So, changing the subject, well, when my dad got older, right, he got a really big nose. And now looking at the camera, my fucking nose looks like it's grown double the fucking size, mate. What's going on?
They do say your nose and your ears are the only thing.
Nose and your ears, yeah, mate. I wish it was something else fucking did, but no, mate, for a long time. Oh, this is lovely. This is really nice. Oh, Keith Pointer's here. Hello, Keith. How you doing, son? You looked a picture on your live the other night, Keith, and I feel very privileged for the kind words that you threw my way. But I think you need to give yourself and yourself alone more credit than you do. Yes, you listened, and I'm glad you did. But you know, you are doing it yourself. You're motivating yourself, and you are absolutely, you know, just one of the fucking OG. You know, you really are fucking a goat, mate, of your profession. And what you do, the history man, and your talks and your knowledge that you portray, it's wonderful. And yeah, you're going to be on partially on next week's episode. So pencil that in your diary, Keith. You're on next week's episode, mate, talking about previous Essex Magnet Hunters finds. But that's not all we've got on. We have got another special guest on as well. Keith will just be number 3. Like, you know what I mean? He'll be like the 3rd one. Because I like doing this now, Shane, and I like having, you know, a minimum, obviously, of 2 people on the screen. But the more I can get on... it won't always be Magnets and Mental Health. And when it's portrayed as Magnets and Mental Health, I'm not going to send adverts out. It is going to be invitation only to pre-warned guests, you know what I mean? But occasionally, I will still do my talking with Terry and Indy. And those nights, right, which will probably be, you know, over the course of the year, we'll probably end up doing 2 or 3 a month. Those nights, everyone's welcome to come on the camera. You just hit me up in the chat over there, and I will send you a link, and we'll get 6 of you on the screen at once. It has been absolutely fucking lovely, as always. It's absolutely amazing. And you made tonight even better, Shane, because I know I didn't give you much notice. You just happened to message me 5 minutes before I'm about to go live, and I'm like, mate, Jim Norton's on tonight, and like, you're the other half of Magnet Warrior London. Do you want to come on? And then
I didn't know he was coming on.
I'm so glad, mate. He didn't warn you. He didn't warn you.
No, he didn't. Yeah. See, I don't normally watch lives. I usually listen while I'm driving.
Yes, because you're
going to Manchester on Monday. I'll be listening to some lives. Well, or some of the videos.
Or some, I think he's going to say pornography, but
no,
mate. You know what I mean?
You won't find any of that on my phone.
Mate, you and me both. No, mate. Been there, done. On my t-shirt, it's gone. Not interested, mate. No. Unless Mrs. Wright is out there. I am single, and no, I'm only joking. I am single, everyone. I am single, but yeah, no, it's lovely. Oh, bless you, Hannah. Thank you for coming on, darling. She's made it. Hannah from White Welly Magnet Fishing. She's made tonight. She's not well at the moment, Shane. She's got a very, very poorly heart.
Really?
Not like mine, that's broken into millions of pieces, but properly physically, a very poorly heart.
Sorry
And
to hear that.
it is, it's, you know, when it's our friends, it hits home just that closer, doesn't it? And these are people that have been so there for me, mate. Like yourself, you know, you've always offered, you know, you've always said I'm only at the end of a fucking phone tell. You can chat me anytime. And as you've seen, the community, when we first fished, mate, our community was virtually non-existent.
No,
You know,
a few
we had a few hundred subs, and you know, we had a few groups out there, and you know, Mouth Almighty, I do say it how I see it, and sometimes it gets me in trouble. And sometimes I have to apologise for it, but at least when I do something wrong, I do hold my hand up and apologise. And but I'm not even going to go further than that, because otherwise I'm going to end up getting onto a subject I really don't want to talk about anymore. And that is the way forward. That is the way forward. Let's have a look. Who else is on? Hello, Donna. Do you like your sticker, sweetheart? Look how fucking big it is. It's at least twice as big as every other sticker on the wall, but it's lovely, and it's in pride of place. I hope my big head don't get in the way too much of it, Donna, because like if I sit like that, you can't really see it, can you? But yeah. Now, something that Magnet Warrior London, you guys, you never did go down that road in the end, did you? You never got stickers.
No, I think Jim did get some when he first started out, but
okay.
No, the only sticker I've got a Sleeve for Dipper sticker. It's the only one I've got.
He's a lovely guy, Alex.
Oh, yeah.
He really is. He's a lovely, genuine guy.
Him and Mark Peniston.
Can't say I know Mark, but there's new
nice
people
guy.
all the time. So, and if I do know you, Mark, I do apologise that I've just said on you. I don't know you, because I might well know you, but I know many people, and every now and then a name or face just doesn't go two and two. You know, don't go together. Your sound's gone until I noticed my soundbar turned itself off. Tellboy, you're funny, man. I love Tellboy. He was on the Christmas Eve episode and the New Year's Eve episode. Lovely guy, really nice guy, and his son Ashley, fucking proper gents, the pair of them. Just a mo, guys, trying to see if I can get on. Keith, unless I send you a fucking link, you can't get on. You can't even find this fucking thing, mate. You know, it's gonna next week, Keith. Our one is going to be next week. I am having on another special guest as well, but you are going to have your segment next week with Essex Magnet Hunters with the History Man. And it's a whole segment that I'm going to advertise, and we look forward to hearing the wealth of your knowledge. We're not going to do a massive one tonight. It's going to be, I'm probably going to end it fairly soon, everyone. We're coming up to an hour, which is highly unusual for us to only do an hour. They're normally 3 to 5 hours long. My lives anyway. But, you know, I have got Peter coming around tonight. I do want to do just a quick little bit of tidying up and putting the old pinny on, getting the old fucking Hoover out, having a little dance to Queen. And before Pete knocks through that door, and then we're gonna you know, drink the night away, dance the night away, and we're gonna have a cracking evening. So Shane, I'd love to say thank you so much for accepting and coming on tonight.
No problem.
It's lovely seeing you both together, and do me the pleasure one day in the future, mate, of coming back on.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's wonderful, man. That's
and
wonderful.
When we're both off work in a few weeks, we'll come up and
Harwich, mate. We've got to do it. We've got to do it because I can take you straight there, mate, and it is brilliant. It is brilliant. Only thing is, there's a 20-foot drop to the water. You can't get to the water side, but you can do it from the sides, and there's no metal bits, mate. There's nothing to worry about. So all it is it's heavy on the old arms and shoulders pulling stuff up because it's a 20-foot drop. But apart from that, it's safe as houses. We can park 30 seconds away from it, and you go through this bit of woodland, and then all of a sudden there's this bridge in the middle of nowhere, mate. So yeah, no, absolutely, we'll do that. And yeah, right, okay, everyone. Shelley, thank you for joining, darling. That's lovely of you. If I haven't got round to everyone's chats tonight, I do apologise. There has been a lot of chats, as per usual. Damn, in the countryside, guys, to tell all Staffordshire Toy Fair all this Sunday at the Races Horse. Right, Keith Pointer, that's for everyone, right? He's down in the countryside, guys, to tell all Staffordshire Toy Fair. There's a Toy Fair on this Sunday in Staffordshire. He has told me a little bit about it. And he is there. He is there. I think he is officially cutting the rope or opening it. So that's going to be wonderful, Keith. Enjoy it. And if you're local to Stafford, go down and give him some support. That'd be lovely. Also, Magni Fishing Enthusiasts, Keith Pointer's group. If you ain't already joined it, please join. It goes without saying, please, your continued support for Essex Magnet Hunters and Magnets and Mental Health means the world. It means the world to me, and it means the world to Indy, as well as Pete and the boys and Beth Charles. So, Shane, I'm going to say goodbye, son. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, everyone, for watching this shorter than normally planned episode. I will catch you tomorrow on my live, and I will also be back next Saturday for another episode of Magnets and Mental Health. So take care, everyone, and goodbye.
Take care.
See you later, Shane. Take care, son.